stretch on working your back muscles. Now, your back is a really important area of the body and many people neglect it. And this is one video I think you're going to want to save and come back to time and time again. All right, we're going to start down actually on our belly today. So make it down to your mat and roll over so that you're on your belly. This is sometimes called prone. And uncurl your toes and just notice if this is a comfortable position for you. And if it's not, take a folded towel, pause this video, a folded hand towel, and lay that underneath your hip bones, and that will give your lower back a little bit of relief that it may be looking for. All right, so when you're ready, hand over hand, forehead rests down on the hands, and as it does, bend your knees and pick up your ankles and feet off the floor. This is called reverse windshield wipers. Simply drop your legs side to side and notice which direction is one, more comfortable, two, a little bit easier to move, and three, has a little bit less resistance. So I can definitely tell when my legs go to my left hip is not quite as willing as it is when they go to the right. So just kind of allow your legs to drop side to side. If one side has a hot spot, feel free just to hang there and take a couple of breaths. You could easily do this in bed. Kick your sheets off, flip onto your belly before you get out of bed in the morning or before you go to bed at night, and just release the hips and lower back. All right, slowly back to center. And now bend your knees, take your hands behind you, and try to grab for your ankles. Now, in the event you're not able to grab your ankles and you're able to only grab your toes, I want to encourage you to try to walk your hands down. If that's still not possible, take a strap and you're going to loop that strap over your ankles, over your feet. So again, feel free to pause this video and grab hold of that strap. We want to grab the ankles and not the feet so that the stretch stays in the right spot along the leg line. Now relax your chin down or your forehead to the floor. I'm going to stay on my chin so you can hear me clearly. On the exhalation, just pull the heels in. Try not to let the legs roll out or the knees roll out. Pull the heels in right towards your backside and let the elbows come up and in. So just give the quads a nice stretch. Your glutes might kick in a little bit and just hold that 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release the legs nice and slow. Awesome. All right, hands come under the shoulders and then slide them forward so that your wrist is in front of your elbow and your elbow sits under your shoulder. Now open your fingertips nice and wide to start. Uncurl your toes and think about sinking your tailbone. Can you see my pelvis? Sinking your tailbone between your thighs is going to pick up your belly a little bit. So remember that movement. Inhale, drop into your shoulders, lose your neck, and as you exhale, press into your palms and grow a neck. And as you grow that neck, push even more into your fingertips and lean back like you're windblown. That should kind of kick in your back muscles. Drop the chin level and slide the chin in. Now the back of the neck is really long. Finally, that pelvis tilt. I'm going to drop my tailbone to pick up my belly and lengthen evenly through your legs so that big toe is pressing into the floor. Now, if you want to create even more openness in the chest as you contract all your back muscles, flip your hands up and press the thumbs into the floor. Let's just hold and breathe, stay nice and calm. Again, chin is sliding back and in, shoulders are down, back muscles are contracting, and legs are staying connected to the mat. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, elbows pull wide, hand over hand, rest the forehead onto the hands. Now, as you rest the forehead onto the hands, we're going to work to keep the legs level, all right? So the legs are going to try to stay even with each other. Nice deep breath in. Press your pubis bone down into the floor. Again, that idea of sinking the tailbone so the lower back stays long. Nice deep breath in. 3, 2, 1. Lift your legs, only your legs, up off the floor. Now, no rolling your legs in or out. Try to hang from your heel and try to keep your hip bones nice and even on the floor. Relax the shoulders, drop the head. You could be doing this right on your bed or your sleeper. You don't need to be on a yoga mat. Nice deep breath, soft shoulders. And on the next exhale, lower your legs down. Great job. Hands under the shoulders. Nice big breath in. Now press yourself up. Try to pick up your belly first, not your shoulders. Pick up your belly first and press back. Do not move the hands. Here's the stretch. I don't get to move my hands. I'm going to wiggle my booty a little bit, try to free the sit bones. And I'm going to keep sitting back as far as I can go without taking the hands with. This is where people go wrong. They just slap themselves back. Devotional or extended child, whatever you want to call it, is really a back stretch. So if you want to stretch the back, you want to stay extended with the arms. So this is going to take a couple of breaths to just slowly keep sinking back. Now you're seeing that my hips are not sitting on my heels. And that's because we're trying traction. We're trying to create space. So it's not about meeting your heels. It's about trying to keep lengthening from your wrist to your shoulder, underarm, all the way to your tailbone. It's all connected. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. If kneeling is uncomfortable for you in any way, lay that towel again or fold your mat so you have extra cushion for your knees. No need to be uncomfortable. All right, when you're ready, right leg extends back. So right leg extends back, ball of the foot on the floor, square the hips down. This is open, this is square. We want to be square. Belly's picked up, back body is nice and long. Now take your opposite hand. So for you, it's going to be your left. And open your body up. Here's a nice little twist. Press away from the floor and think about measuring your height. Let the top arm drop back as far as you can. Spiral your body even more. Exhale, thread your needle. Now for those of you that are a little bit stiffer and more tight, you may be up here. You may need a pillow or a block or some sort of support underneath that bottom shoulder. Otherwise, drop it to the floor. Here's that hip again. Stay on the ball of the foot, reach through the heel, and lower the extended leg hips down. Now all of a sudden you're going to feel an increase in your back stretch. Here's the twist now. This is not a twist. This is you rolling open, like rolling a burrito. If you square the hip down, now this is you twisting like a churro, okay? Twisting like a wet towel. Use your free hand and turn your shoulders open, not your hips. Breathe. Soften the jaw, keep reaching through the heel of the back leg. This is called thread the needle. And again, if you need that support under the head and shoulder, allow yourself to get that. That's what pause is for. All right, palm presses into the floor. Roll yourself open. Arm comes out like an airplane. So now my shoulders are square. Belly and ribs are picked up. We have to use those core muscles. Bottom arm is rotated so the fold of the elbow points forward. Lift the back leg a few inches up off the mat. Now, a lot of times people try to go super high and this happens. This is not about height, you guys. This is about core control and stability. Press away from the mat. Let's hold it here. 5. If you really want to challenge, try taking that bottom leg off the floor from the knee down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Walk your hands about a hand's length further forward. Deep breath in, keep your belly picked up, and sit as far back as you can go. There's that tractioning space again. Breathe calmly. Wiggle your glutes around, wiggle your hips around. Breathe here. Inhale, rise back up. That felt really good. All right, let's try the same thing on the opposite side. Left leg extends back. We're not just on the toes, okay? We're reaching through the heel. There's a little bit of a calf stretch there. Square the hips down. I'm going to be twisting towards you. Right arm comes up. Right arm comes up. I'm pressing up through the thigh, and I'm staying strong through my belly without slopping into the shoulder. Press away. This is my tighter side. Just nice and calm, looking up, forward, or down. When is the last time you've twisted your body? Well, we're going to do that today. Exhale. I'm going to go away from you now. Remember, the hip of the extended leg is turning down. We're not rolling, we're twisting. You roll down a hill. Roll the hip down, but twist the spine open. You might notice, if you're like me, that bottom scapula is getting a nice little pull. Use the hand on the floor and just slowly see if you can open your torso and chest even more, dripping the hip down. And now breathe into the space of tightness. Use your breath. This is the whole point of mindfulness. You paying attention to what you're doing. And then the mind gets agitated because we're doing new things and it feels difficult. It's okay for things to be difficult. Just stay present. Just stay breathing. All right, palm to the mat. Press your palm firmly into the floor. Unravel. Should have wore a hairband today, but we're going to work with it. Bottom fold of the elbow turns forward, hips and shoulders square down. Arm floats out to T, shoulder height. Check that. And then back leg comes up just off the mat. Now pick up your belly and ribs again. You should feel those core muscles contract. Flex the floating foot and maybe even try to pick the shin of that lower leg up off the floor. Wherever you're at, just honor that. I'm just giving you options. You're in full control here, what you choose to do. Hold it 3, hold it 2, woo, hold it 1, drop it down. Nice job. You're on your hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Sit back a little bit towards your heels. Now nice deep breath in. Pick up your knees and lift your hips higher, 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 higher. Drop your head, and without fully straightening the legs, so you have to resist, okay? If you're a more experienced yogi, you may be in that trap of just wanting to lock your legs straight. I don't want you to do that. You're going to get way more out of it in your tailbone and lower back and shoulders if you resist the urge. So now press your heels down as hard as you possibly can without straightening your legs, and try to lift your toes. Pick your belly and ribs up and press your arms long without walking your hands closer. So a little bit of an inversion here too. Breathe. Imagine your hips being glued to the wall behind you. Hold 3, hold 2. Ooh, that was a long time. You did great. Hold 1, knees come down. This time take your knees as wide as you can and sit back towards your heels. Drop your chin to your forehead to the floor and breathe. Slowly slide out onto the mat so you're back onto your belly again. Take your time. It took me a while to be graceful, moving from knees down to belly, so it's okay if you're not graceful. All right, hands under the shoulders. Nice deep breath in. Plant the tops of the feet down parallel. Plant your tailbone down, so we're feeling that tilt down between our legs, which in essence is lengthening out our lower back, which is what we want. Nice deep breath in. Now you only get to lift as high as your back muscles can take you up. Exhale, lift. So notice how I resisted the urge to use my hands, and when I came up, I noticed my right leg wanted to kick up off the floor. So pay attention to staying grounded. Now pull the shoulders back even more and shoot the arms open like an airplane. Check that they're actually at T. If you're a little overstretched and weak in those upper back muscles, the arms like to pull back. So I want you to lift up, 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 and now tuck the chin in and see if you can feel both sides of the back. So kind of like railroad ties down the spine, and resist that urge to lift the legs. Let's go. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, exhale, lower down. Nice job. Nice deep breath in and nice deep breath out. Hands under the shoulders. Use your core muscles again. Keep your elbows pulled tight. Press up and slowly work your way back without taking the hands with. So we're creating traction. Wiggle the hips around, wiggle the glutes. Free the bones that are stuck by tissue. Inhale, rise up. Tabletop again. You're doing great. All right, when you're ready, right leg extends back. One more time. Left arm comes up. Thread the needle. Here we go. Back down and through one more time. Square the hip of the straight leg. I love that for the lower back. Feels so good. Press your arm into the floor. Now I can keep my hand on the floor and roll open. I can extend my arm. I can tuck it back and roll open the shoulder. Or I can walk it towards the back corner of the mat behind my head and keep pressing through the heel. Again, one long line. Now challenge the twist of the spine, keeping the hip stuck in place. The arm is rolling to your face if you're in the version I am. Slide the hand back. Press yourself up. Let's go all the way open again. And then hand to floor, leg tucks in. Great job. Let's try the opposite side. Here we go. Rotate, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Swing it closed. Just go as far as you can. Remember that pillow. And if you're feeling nervous, these are moves you haven't done before. There's a lot of things we haven't done before in life. And so all we can do is approach them with an open mind and a willing body and breath. Roll the hip of the straight leg down and press back through the heel. Notice where you feel the stretch now on this side compared to the opposite. The first time compared to now. Try not to let your mind decide what the outcome of the stretch or the pose will be before you even do it. Slide the hand in. Here we go. Roll it all the way open. Feels so good. Drop the arm down. Curl the toes under. Sit back as you lift the lift the knees. Those aren't your heels. Sit back into your heels. Wiggle around. Open your knees as wide as you need to. And just stretch. It's okay if you're way up here. Slide the hands in. Drop your heels. Walk your feet open. Wider than hips distance. Shake out the head, lean forward into the balls of the feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Really drape the torso. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself up. A great day is ahead. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Nice job. I want to give a big shout out to every single one of you that have been taking this journey with me in the yoga advent calendar. I thought this would be a fun way not only to get myself back to the mat, but hopefully encourage many of you to get back to the mat as well. And also, if you have pain and you're looking for relief or a great stocking stuffer for one of your friends or family, please support us, me, Stiff Mother Trucker Pain Relief Cream. You can head over to stiffmothertrucker.com. You get free shipping and you can check out our amazing pain relief cream made for people just like you. Thanks, guys. Until next time, goodbye, my friends.